if the direction that we see that the evolution of AI is going to keep getting more and more adapted, and I think that voice is really, really early. But the one thing, the caveat to that is that what's their burn rate, right? And is it actually valued at the right price? Because one thing that people don't know about a voice is when you deploy a voice model, the concurrency on putting a voice model on a GPU is not the same to be able to batch process when you're doing a general LLM model. And it's a huge factor here. Why is that? Because in an LLM model, you can get away with the latency as we talked, right? Like you don't mind waiting a few seconds, 10 seconds, even a half a minute, or sometimes doing deep research, 10, 15 minutes for it to pop out an answer. So when that doesn't matter as much, you could batch multiple people's requests at once. Something that's totally not being talked about in the industry.
Yeah, and that's a huge issue. The concurrency problem for the AI voice space is a large problem, and that's something that they're going to have to figure out with their systems, because when you could only handle so many voice audio calls per TPU or GPU, you have to start thinking about how much space you can handle before you can't service any more calls.
So then the question goes back is, are people just giving them a tons of money and they're just burning through it because they have to overload their systems? Because if one GPU could only hold 30 customers at once.
So are you saying Aevox has solved for some of these scaling issues?
We're partnering with hardware companies to provide voice AI at scale. So we're not scaling our own data centers. We're scaling with data centers.
And we're scaling with businesses, right? So if you came in, you're like, hey, Dan, we know that we're going to have 1,000 concurrent calls happening at once. All right, great. We will take those numbers out. We'll go look at partners that we have and find strategically the best way to deploy for you.